Visit the abandoned 𝑘𝙏𝙏𝙃 Hotel at Twin Lakes and feel Colorado history come alive. We think that the most beautiful time to go and hike in the Colorado Mountains is in the fall when the colors are changing. Head out in September to capture the height of the fall aspen colors in most of the mid to central regions. The correct way to get to the Interlaken trailhead is to turn on County Road 25, which is just a dirt road until you reach the T-junction, where you take a left onto Colorado Trail. By then the road's starting to get bumpier. Take the second dirt road to your right and you're heading straight toward the parking lot. If you're going during the week, the parking lot will most likely be deserted, but on the weekends it can get pretty busy. Be careful not to start too late onto the trail, which is pretty flat, but very rocky all of the 2.2 miles to the site. You can certainly bike it, but we ended up having to drop my daughter's bike and hike the rest. At nearly the end, you'll see the sign pointing to the historical site, and soon after that, you'll see the Dexter house first. In 1895, Dexter built himself a 2-story cabin near the resort. A square building with an open veranda on all sides, the Dexter cabin featured a bell-cast mansard roof, symmetrical gabled dormer windows, and elaborate bird's-eye maple furniture. You can climb up into the cupola of the home, which Dexter built to resemble oceanside cabins with a lookout. He always loved the ocean, but this is where his home was. Dexter's first home was in Leadville, but built the Interlaken Dexter cabin as a second home, and ended up spending 20 years there. Since Dexter had invested wisely, the silver crash did not affect him as much as other Leadville mine owners such as Tabor. Funds were available, and the lavishly designed Dexter cabin shows many luxuries. A central brick fireplace, a walnut and white oak floor, embossed Lincrusta wall covering, as well as elaborate ceiling paper. Expensive woods like bird's-eye maple from the East Coast were used for the ornate interior paneling, and heating in many of the rooms was available as well. It was indeed a large home for that time period. Considering that a bathroom with a tub in it was just beginning to take hold of the East Coast, this home was considered ahead of its time for featuring a luxurious bathing room with a zinc tub and toilet and running water. The bedrooms upstairs are large, with a large bay window to capture the beautiful view in what seems to be the primary bedroom. It even features 2 large built-in closets, which would seem his and hers primary bedroom walk-in closets. By the way, there is no one attending to visitors. You are expected to be respectful, not to break things or vandalize anything. After all, this is a historical site, so help preserve it for anyone that comes after you. The door is latched but not locked in any way, so you're free to walk the home and the property. In 1879, John A. Staley and Charles Thomas built a hotel called the Lakeside Resort on the southern shore of Twin Lakes. Although Leadville, about 15 miles north, was in the midst of a mining boom, the hotel struggled financially from the beginning. In 1883, it was acquired by James Viola Dexter, a wealthy mine owner in Leadville, who bought the hotel and 80 acres of land for $3,250. Dexter renamed the resort the Interlaken Hotel, which had nothing to do with the Swiss Interlaken Hotel, as Dexter was more an ocean lover than a mountain enthusiast, quickly developed it into one of the finest resorts in the Rocky Mountains. He expanded the main hotel building, added Kentucky bluegrass lawns, fountains, a hotel annex, a dance pavilion, a stable, and a hexagonal outdoor toilet room with luxuries such as leather toilet seats. The Interlaken Hotel offered numerous amenities, attracting wealthy visitors from Leadville, Denver, and Colorado Springs, as well as international guests. This is really hard to believe if you think that it takes about 2 hours or so to get to Twin Lakes by car from Colorado Springs. Imagine making the trip in a stagecoach or train. Since the 1890s, the main threat to the Interlaken Hotel has been the transformation of Twin Lakes from natural glacial lakes into a large reservoir. In 1896, the Twin Lakes Reservoir and Canal Company dammed Lake Creek to allow Twin Lakes to store an additional 54,000 acre-feet of water for use by farmers along the Arkansas River. The Interlaken remained on dry land, but the stagnant, shallow water of the reservoir caused rumors of a cholera outbreak and contributed to its declining popularity in the early 20th century, and the hotel was eventually abandoned. The hotel was listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Over the years, the increasing popularity of the Interlaken site led to the relocation of several buildings, including the hotel and Dexter Cabin. By 2000, the Interlaken Hotel was suffering from neglect and deterioration, leading to its listing as one of Colorado's most endangered places in 2001. However, starting in 2004, the hotel complex was restored in a significant 4-year effort modeled on Habitat for Humanity projects. Most construction work was performed by volunteers with funding and assistance from various organizations. Today, the Interlaken Hotel site, now managed by the Forest Service, has been restored and features interpretive signs for visitors.